What's going on? Welcome back to the Lucy Game here, and today I'm back with another weekly updates on my Project Vortex series. And as you guys may or may not know, there's a lot that has happened throughout the course of last week as we entered Kingsland. And yeah, well, just long story short, we won the ziggurat, but in doing so, there was a series of events that happened that was kind of crazy. So we're gonna go ahead and talk about everything that happened throughout this KVK. But first, let's just go ahead and start off from my VIP as always. Yeah, I'm currently sitting at VIP 14 at about 840,000 VIP points with 124 days into this game. So I'm native to Kingdom 3950. I didn't really make a sleeper account, so this should be the youngest or about the same as everyone else in terms of the starting age. And let's just talk about Kingsland. So last week we had Kingsland opening, and obviously the Kingsland opening without the passes first, so that we can compete for those outers and stuff. And we didn't really get much of a fight from Kingdom 3949, which is on this side right here, and then Kingdom 3952, which is on this side right here, right? And we were allied with Kingdom 3951 as we were originally planning to do for a while, right? And as the Kingsland opened, like Kingsland opened for the building, and as we advanced, Kingdom 3949 did not give us any fight. And Kingdom 3952 did not give us any fights. As matter of fact, we saw King's Mail from Kingdom 3952 that basically said, well, yeah, we're not going to fight Kingdom 3951 as well as Kingdom 3950, which are the top two strongest kingdoms within this KVK matchmaking. And we're just going to let them basically not have the war that they want so that they would actually break into two different kingdoms and then just fight for fights as well as the rewards. And that's exactly what happened. There's a couple of things that was mentioned in the King's Mail that I'll go over in a bit. But us Kingdom 3950, which is a Project Vortex group, did end up betraying Kingdom 3951 in the middle of building. So we were actually around over here when we were building, and then over here in terms of building towards a ziggurat. Yeah, we betrayed Kingdom 3951, and we went 1v3. And in that 1v3, we eventually won. Kingdom 3951 was kind of not fighting us from the very beginning, but then again, as they built towards the area, and then 3949 as well as 3952 started to kind of come out of their passes to kind of build towards the ziggurat. Yeah, we ended up going 1v3, and yeah, long story short, we were able to win this KVK. Now, there's still some farm killers, as you guys can see. Yeah, there's a lot of farm killing that happened over the course of like last day or so. Yeah, a lot of my farms got killed by a lot of farm killers. That was unfortunate. But yeah, that's basically long story short, we won the 1v3. I think there was a King's Mail that I maybe misunderstanding. Hold on. Ziggs taken, golden 0. Okay, so let's see. So we have taken victory. Yeah. How did diplomacy happen? It was 50 free for all. What happened in zone 6? Before zone 6 opened, 51 asked to modify the agreement. So here's the thing. So originally we were allied with Kingdom 3951 for many reasons. For one, we weren't sure if we can do 3v1 as a kingdom in Project Vortex. Obviously, we are the strongest kingdom within this map, but that doesn't mean that you can go 3v1, right? 3v1 is a very, very difficult thing to do. And I think our leadership was very cautious about going into 3v1. At the end of the day, the worst thing that can happen is that us going into 3v1 and then losing the KVK, and then that will mean that the project would actually be at risk, right? And then before Zone 6 opened, 51 asked to modify the agreement. Originally, the rewards are locked for 50 and then 51 in a balanced way, but they requested that the winner of the Zone 6 would take the star. And that's when we actually fought Kingdom 3951 with our full force. It looks like from the King's Mail, they actually complained that we were going all the way into their, we were going full force against Kingdom 3951 instead of going split between 3951 and 3949, which we did end up kind of going after we cleared off the Kingdom 3951. So there was a little bit of drama here and there. And obviously that doesn't change the fact that we kind of betrayed, but obviously they were not really happy with the fact that we went full force against them. But then again, we got basically the guaranteed for the ziggurat and then the star winning at the end of the day, right? And then we saw no fight, and we our members were not really happy with that. We were not getting the fights, and we obviously had DKP requirements to meet and all that stuff. And at the end of the day, yeah, we ended up betraying 51 and then went 3v1 and ended up winning. That's basically the long story short what happened. I'm not trying to defend Kingdom 3950 in terms of our diplomacy or anything that we did throughout this KVK. I'm just laying out the fact that those things happened. Now, in terms of my performance on it, I think I did pretty well in terms of my fights throughout the ziggurat, as you guys can see, around the Kingsland. I mean, yeah, I have performed relatively well for a 20 million T4 player. So yeah, that was really, really good in my opinion. Right now, we have captured the ziggurat as of yesterday, so we have gotten the reward for the ziggurat. You guys can see that 5,000 gems as well as 7 days of speed ups. This is roughly about 7 days of speed ups, by the way, and a lot of different stuff. So yep, throughout the next few weeks, I'm most likely gonna try to recover as much as I can. I'm gonna try to get all the techs up as much as I can. So that I can actually prepare for myself to be max tech T4 going into KvK2, potentially a T5 at the end of KvK2 or at the beginning of KvK3, as I have done for my max level newbie count. That's basically where I'm at. You guys can see that I'm almost there. This only goes up to level 9 until you actually finish the tech, the what's this called? The academy level 25, right? And that's where I'm at. And there was also more than event that actually took place over the course of last week, a week or so. So you guys can see that I have upgraded my castle to level 22. Right now, I am still lacking some Book of Covenants, which I'm most likely going to need to probably pour another 100,000 gems for me to actually get the castle to level 25. But yeah, that's going to take a while at the end of the day. And yeah, that's where I'm at. In terms of troop count, the kill points I have gained about 67 million total throughout this KVK. I didn't have any KP before coming into this KVK, so that's basically about how much I've gained throughout this KVK. Before Kingsland, I was at 20 million. I gained about 47 million KP throughout the KVK Kingsland, so that wasn't too bad at all. And it ended in a very short time. So in case you guys are wondering, oh yeah, you didn't even get 100 million. Well, I was doing pretty well in terms of relative to everyone else in this KVK. So, and yeah, this is my troop count that I have left. And most likely, as I think we have a Pass 7 opening soon, like unlocked very, very soon. Yeah, we have Pass 7 opening in like 14, 15 hours. So most likely we're going to go ahead and invade into the enemy zones right here. And then try to get whatever we can from these areas. Obviously, we'll need a lot of resources and stuff. So if anyone's caught off guard, obviously we'll try to get those. And if they still want to fight over those zones, I don't think the Kingdom 3949 wants to. So yeah, we're most likely not going to go into those areas, as well as 52. That's what I'm actually assuming. I don't know. I'm not part of the leadership, but that's what's most likely planned for the kingdom, right? In terms of my commanders, you guys can see that I run Sun Tzu ISG all day, every day, right? I am preparing my Pierce so that I can actually run Pierce CJ into KvK2. But right now, I've been running Sun Tzu ISG all day. My equipment's pretty darn nice with 2 pieces of legendary equipment, Eternal Empire gloves and boots, critted. And I'm on my way to actually craft the weapon, what's this called? The Shield of the Empire, Eternal Empire. I still just need about what, like, no, not 17. Wait, 20. Yeah, 20 legendary materials for me to actually craft this. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that through this week in a stream, most likely, as we have, I think, egg event coming up for this kingdom. That means that everything that I have in terms of gems will most likely be used for that. For me to get enough materials for me to craft that, and also at the same time, get some blueprint fragment choices, choice chests, so that I can actually get the Sun Tzu to the best state that it can be for equipment. And where else? What else do I have here? Yeah. Most likely, I'm gonna go ahead and pour down all my resources that I have, speed ups that I have. You guys can see that I have like very low speed ups left in terms of research. As universals are gonna be invested in my academy again. I do want to make sure that I prioritize getting my T5 unlocked as soon as I can. Hopefully earlier than what I did for max level newbie account, because max level newbie account it was T5 at the end of KvK2. So hopefully we can do it in the middle of KvK2 so that I can actually kind of enjoy being a T5 earlier rather than later. But we'll see what happens, right? Obviously that means I need to spend more, or I need to plan out stuff a little bit better. But yeah, right now, I'm not sure how that's going to go. We also do have Alliance Mobilization event, which I've been doing here and there. Most likely when I do have the speed up event actually pop up, that's what I'm going to most likely try to get the Academy technology pushed. I did push out some that I have already. And yeah, most likely I'm going to go ahead and try to get, at least as close as I can to Max Tech T4 as possible as soon as I can. So that's my plan for this account. Once again, a big shout out for the members of Kingdom 3950 as well as Project Vortex. We're the same thing. Kingdom 3950 members for winning the Ziggurat. I'm exceptionally. I'm very, very proud of how we have performed as a kingdom. And going into 1v3 was not difficult. Was not an easy decision, but then again, we were able to pull it off. So congratulations to everyone that did perform really, really well. And yeah, I'm not disappointed in my personal KP, although my KP's like overall KP is not that amazing. In the fights that I actually joined, I was always top 10 in terms of kills, right? Despite being T4 and 20 million power only, right? So I'm particularly proud about that. I wasn't able to join all the fights given the fact that I have so many accounts to actually manage. But in the fights that I did join, I was the top performer for T4. When the first arena opened, I was actually the top performer for T4 players. In the first the Altar and the what's this called? Altar and Ruins fights, and in the Kingsland, I think Eagle did perform better. Overall in terms of the kills that he got. But during the time that I was online, I was competing for the top spot for Eagle. So I'm pretty proud of that at the end of the day. And I think a lot of people within our kingdom did give me a huge shout out for being a good fighter, just in general, right? I mean, I was only running one march, right? I was just running Sun Tzu Prime, Sun Tzu, regular Sun Tzu, and YSG, right? And this is a march that everyone can use, right? Any low to mid spender can use Sun Tzu and YSG. I wasn't using most expertise in YSG like I was doing for max level newbie. I was just using a march that everyone kind of runs, right? So I'm particularly proud about that, especially running an epic commander T4 into this fight. The only advantage that I had was the fact that I did have really, really crazy luck with the equipment. That was about it. But yeah, I'm very, very proud of how well I did in this KVK at the end of the day. All right. With that said, more things are gonna come. Most likely, our zone invasion to Kingdom 3949 as well as 3952, as we have the Chronicles open up. If we do see some fights, that will be amazing. And once we have the Kingsland as a whole, I'll try to get more resources farmed up and stuff so that I can get prepared for my next KVK. Along with some gem farming. I was trying to get some gem farming done actually within this area. You guys can see that, yeah. Whenever I have time, I'll actually send out gem farmers, right? So that has worked out for me in terms of getting some gems back. But obviously I would need way more than that for me to get through the egg event as well as the dig event. I think the next event is going to be egg event for this account. So Yeah, that's gonna be good. With that said, once again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, guys. And as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Peace!